Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Rule. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news: the Ministry of Grand Bahama, in conjunction with the Pan-American Health and the World Health Organizations, providing a platform to address a long-standing issue that has plagued the southern coastal communities of Grand Bahama for decades. Joan Davis-Roll has the latest.
It is an environmental and health risk assessment that is entering yet another phase. Officials from two leading international agencies, the Pan-American Health Organization and the World Health Organization, on Grand Bahama to conduct a special town meeting. ZNS News was able to meet with these leading experts ahead of the public forum. Minister responsible for the Ministry for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Dr. Michael Davo.
Since the project began, the first phase of the project started, and PAHO and WHO, along with their professional team, began the necessary steps to determine the data that existed for the long period of time. I think that part of the study is completed, and now they want to move into the second phase of the study. And today, this meeting is to lay the foundation necessary so the residents of Pinders Point and Lewis Yard can rest assured that the work is ongoing.
A number of officials will address the town meeting except for the Church of the Good Shepherd. PAHO Representative Dr. Ari Ikemes, along with consultant John Ranford, say identifying any potential hazards and or their health implications as relates to this highly industrialized community a priority.
We devised a project that would ensure that the Ministry of Grand Bahama would get an independent assessment of what has happened in Pinders Point and what's currently happening. And this project consists of three phases, basically. First, we collected all the information that was already available, and this will lead now to an in-depth analysis of what is the current exposure, what are the chemicals that are still present in the environment. And that, of course, will lead to a third phase, which will be the analysis and a report that we will bring to the government.
The more you exchange information, the more you exchange views, the stronger the trust starts to form and build. And it's really the trust that is the foundational stone for all of these kinds of initiatives, studies, and ultimately solutions. So you need to be open, and you need to listen, which is why tonight's activity is so crucial. It's an opportunity to do just that.
Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
Now, officials say persons wishing to submit their concerns could send them to environmentalassessment@gmail.com. That's one word, or contact telephone number 350-8597. Another young man arraigned before the court for the stabbing death of Kevin Harvey Jr. 21-year-old Andy Ronaldo Smith of East Settlers Way was charged today before Magistrate Charlton Smith in Magistrate Court Number 2. He was not required to enter a plea, and a preliminary inquiry into the charge will be held on June 24th. Smith is the fourth young man to be charged with Kevin Harvey's murder. Earlier this year, Irvin Thompson, Garvin Major, and Andreo Smith were charged and remanded in custody. Harvey was stabbed during an altercation in Coral Gardens on January 7th. He died the following day in hospital. And from the 8 Mile Rock court today, 20-year-old Dre Alice of Pinedale 8 Mile Rock answering to a causing harm charge. He is accused of stabbing a 31-year-old man about the body last Wednesday. Appearing before Magistrate Gwendolyn Claude, Alice pleaded not guilty and was granted bail in the amount of $3,000 with one surety. This matter was adjourned to August 5th. Meantime, the Royal Bahamas Police Force continuing its mandate to work with young people to effect change. The Northern District officially launching one of its Crime Stompers Youth and Athletic Club at the Central Division today. Megan Shepard was there.
The Crime Stompers Youth and Athletic Club aims to provide young people with a positive environment where they can be mentored, learn character building, discipline, ethics, and leadership skills. Chief Superintendent of Police Ismailia Davis says that over the next few weeks, residents can expect more clubs to be established throughout the various communities.
It is designed to, 1, educate children and young persons about crime, alcohol, their safety needs, and substance abuse. Secondly, to assist in providing sessions on conflict resolution in our schools, our churches, and in the communities. Thirdly, foster positive relationships between the police and the young people.
Club members are already excited about being a part of this positive initiative. They are encouraging other young people to get involved while sharing their goals for the future.
Remember these words. Mind the decisions that you make on a daily basis. My expectations are to be able to impact others, other young persons as myself, to make smart and wise decisions of today.
I also joined this club to be leaded into my career and be inspired by other polices and also have an advantage in my future. And to also help me in my behavior and be more disciplined. Not that I am not, but be more in it. And of course, to have fun, but also to learn what criminals go through so I can warn other people.
Every time you look at the news, there are crimes in our country, and the young men are in jail. So police crime stoppers, I'm here for the challenge. With your help and support of you and our parents, we will be better men and women in our country.
Chief Superintendent Davis says that if our young people are to succeed, the entire community must be involved in being good examples. She challenged residents, police, and especially parents to be good role models.
You play a critical role in the development and education of your children. This role cannot be understated. They are not your company, nor are they your friends. Provide them stability, nurture, discipline, and more importantly, provide them love.
The program's theme is Building a Firm Foundation Today for a Stronger Tomorrow. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Well, as many continue to mourn the passing of the Deputy Director of Education for Grand Bahama, Sandra Edgecombe, some are reflecting on her legacy in education and the void now left in the largest community in the country. Joan Davis-Roll has this story.
The Grand Bahama community, along with the Ministry of Education officials, preparing to bid farewell to the late Sandra Edgecombe. As plans are underway to hold memorial services leading up to the funeral service for the veteran educator, her impact on the entire community of 8 Mile Rock is being remembered.
Know if English language have enough words I could say to properly describe the type of person she was and what she would have meant to so much people. I think particularly about the 8 Mile Rock community, the pride and the dignity that she led that school with, and how the community latched on to her and loved her. And as I was walking towards the hospital, I saw men and women in cars and walking by saying, well, you know, Ms. Edgecombe was our teacher, our principal. And so already this sense of loss, not just for her family, but for an entire community, an entire island, and indeed I would say an entire educational system.
First met a young Sandra Edgecombe when I served as the vice principal of 8 Mile Rock High School. She was then language arts teacher and assistant senior mistress. And from the outset, she had a passion for education. And nobody speaks more eloquently.
Edgecombe, known as Mother Blue Jay, is said to have made tremendous strides in the field of education. She was a woman known to rule with a firm hand, yet displayed a humble heart and a common touch.
Got to the point where she can teach a boy how to become a man and a girl how to become a woman. And she done that in a way that she didn't even have to use a cane. And she speaks to the students, the young boys and young girls, and she made sure that most of them that come under her become something.
Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
Now, a memorial service in honor of former Deputy Director of Education Sandra Edgecombe will be held at the 8 Mile Rock High School auditorium at 6:30 tomorrow evening. Stay with us, the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition continues right after this.
bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Well, the countdown is on to Bahamas Junk Canoe Carnival. Our Ricardo Liborn is live on Tino Beach. Ricardo, what can you tell us?
And welcome to Tino Beach, everybody, for Bahamas Junk Canoe Carnival. It's going to be a wonderful event up here. It's going to be held Friday and Saturday, but all the preparations is taking place right now as they've laid out the whole village. It's going to be a great one. But today was a very special day because the media got a chance to see exactly why this is becoming an all-island event. Joan Davis-Roll has that story.
It is being billed as the premier cultural event of all times for the Bahamas. And here on Grand Bahama, the Bahamas Junk Canoe Carnival fever is rising. A series of planning sessions are underway ahead of the grand event. Carnival officials meeting with members from the various media houses on Grand Bahama Monday morning. This as other officials travel the local media circuit, spreading the Bahamas Carnival Junk Canoe message. Communications officer with the Ministry of Tourism on Grand Bahama, Brooke Grant, says the impact this cultural event will have in the Bahamas, and more specifically Grand Bahama, will be phenomenal.
This is a very exciting time for Grand Bahama. At the Ministry of Tourism, we're very enthused about it. And of course, we're making our media rounds to the various radio houses, and we want to get the word out there, let everyone know that we're bringing down international media to cover this event. We're bringing down Hot 105, James T. out of South Florida, to be doing a go-along. So he'll have a few of his radio listeners with him on a giveaway trip, and they'll be broadcasting live from Tino Beach.
Grant says not only will international media agencies flock to our shores, but the carnival event will thrust Grand Bahama in the global spotlight once again.
We're going to be actually having journalists come down from California, as far as California throughout the U.S., and we're also going to be having prize winners coming from Latin America who won a social media promotion. So this is getting huge international reach. We're so excited to let everyone know what we're doing, and we know that this weekend will be a blast. We also have complimentary transfers from all of our major hotels for our visitors. So with the amazing price that it's been packaged for this weekend of $20 and having that complimentary transportation, we're looking to really have lots and lots of visitors at the festival site all weekend to participate in the activities, the music, the cultural exchange, and of course social media, taking your pictures, posting them up on Tourism Today, the Grand Live, using your hashtags. It's better in the Bahamas, Grand Bahama Island, and of course Bahamas Junk Canoe Carnival.
Carnival spokesperson Yolanda Hanna says that many are in for a treat, as scores are expected to discover why it is indeed better in the Bahamas.
I hope they will get to see Grand Bahama and get to see everything that Grand Bahama has to offer in terms of a location, in terms of an exciting travel destination. Most importantly, I want them to understand Junk Canoe.
Officials say that the carnival will be like none other, and that they're encouraging residents and visitors alike to experience the grand life here on Grand Bahama. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Joan Davis-Roll.
Now, Bahamas Junk Canoe Carnival is actually a community involvement event for you and everybody else in this entire island and throughout the country. It is important for Ginger Moxie and the coordinators of this event for you guys to come out and be a part of it. Ginger, tell us why everybody in Grand Bahama needs to be involved in this particular event.
Well, everyone needs to be involved in this event because it's a community event. Everyone has come together and made this a Grand Bahama event, signature event for our island and for our country. And we had a meeting yesterday at the Workers' House where everyone showed up in droves. People who are going to benefit from it, people who are participating in it, and we had everyone there. We just want the public to know that this is community. Right now at Tino Beach, right below us, we have every Junk Canoe group leader on the island here. Every group is a part of this. We have the sound here, we have the police that's here doing their walkabout right now, and so it's community effort. Everyone is excited, everyone's going to be there, and there's something for everyone, for the kids, for the adults, for everyone.
This is actually going to be a two-day event, everybody, and what happens out here is that once you come out here early on Friday and you will take part in the activities throughout Friday and Saturday, there's sports events, there's cultural events, but there are going to be some great entertainment. Ginger, tell me about the entertainment side of it.
Okay, so on Friday at 6 p.m. we start out with Junk Canoe Rush out, because we have the tourists here, they're coming from the cruise ship, and we want them to taste it before they leave. And so after that, we're followed by Wilfred Solomon, the Grand Bahama Youth Choir, and then we have our Music Masters semifinals competition, where it's spread out over 2 nights. and half of the performers will perform on night 1, which will be followed by Jay Mitchell, and then we have Dyson Knight, and we also have Julian Believe, and Stalit will close out. We also have our midnight rush at midnight, and then we have fireworks.
There you go. And so she's also going to allow me to sing. I'm going to be one of the featured events in this particular event. So if you miss it, you're going to be in trouble.
And I'll dance.
Sheena, girl, I got it going on. Junkanoo, back to you.
Thank you so much, Ricardo. Well, tonight we introduced you a new segment to our nightly newscast. It's called Ask the Doctor, where you can get answers to common health issues. This series is a collaboration between ZNS and the Public Health Authority, and it is a part of our ongoing campaign to promote healthy lifestyles.
Hi, and welcome to Ask the Doctor, the place to ask your questions and get the answers to improve your health and increase your wellness. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt. Marianne from West End asks, I felt a lump in my left breast. Is it cancer? Marianne, thanks for your question, and I understand why you are concerned. A breast lump is a growth of tissue that develops within your breast, and it can vary in the way it looks and feels. You may experience it as a mass, swelling, thickness, or fullness in your breast. If you have a breast lump, you may notice a distinct lump with well-defined borders, a thickened area in your breast that is different from surrounding breast tissue, redness, dimpling, or pitting of the skin, one breast that's larger than the other, nipple changes such as nipples that is pulled inward or nipple inversion, fluid discharge from your nipple, or breast pain or tenderness. Most breast lumps are simply benign, but sometimes it can be the result of breast cancer. This is why you should see a doctor as soon as you notice a lump or any significant change in your breast. Remember, it's important to follow up with your physician if you have any concerns about your health. After all, your health is in your hands. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
That's Ricardo Lightborn as a check on sports when we return.
Welcome to sports, everybody. I'm Ricardo Lightborn up here at Taino Beach. This is the venue for Junkanoo Bahamas Carnival. It's going to be a wonderful event on Friday and Saturday. I tell you, I can't wait. Saturday Pass was what they referred to as Sailing Day, junior regatta style in West End. It was hopping. I hope you were there. We were. Here's some of the highlights. The waters off West End came alive with the junior sailors participating in the 4th annual regatta. The Optimist vessel, which was a single crew sailing dinghy, and the laser sailing craft gave the young skippers a thrill. Keith Cooper said the intent is to make the regatta bigger and better every year.
We're very delighted to have this opportunity once again to bring out the youth of West End, the young sailors, competing again with the sailors from Freeport, who have been doing a fantastic job of supporting us every year and allowing this really very what we call friendly competition between both Freeport young sailors and West End young sailors, and to really see who is the better of the two. So it works out quite well for us.
The Ministry of Tourism put their stamp of approval on the event. Elaine Smith took care of the cultural side of things. As far as sports, Nuvolari Chartersing.
Keith Cooper and his team are doing a wonderful job in ensuring that youngsters learn the skill of sailing. This is where our next George Moles or Cecil Cook or Danny Mattenborough will come from. So we look forward to partnering with other people in terms of sports to get a greater variety and also a higher level of sports and each discipline back to Grand Bahama. And we're going to be reaching out to Abaco, Bimini, and also to South Florida. It's such a close market to us. We want to reach out there and get some more competition, and also that way we get more people coming to the island.
The young sailors like Ajaya, Damien, Matthew, Joshua, they all said that the regatta was definitely fun.
It was good. I came second, no, I came third, fourth, and fifth. And I hope I win.
It was a good regatta today because I had a lot of challenges. The water wasn't too rough like how it usually be. Tide wasn't too low and the wind was good.
It was great and I had lots of fun sailing. I got second, fourth, and eighth.
I come second, fourth, and fifth.
Now, some of the young people did not sail, but they made a splash in the water in West End. The 4th annual West End Junior Sailing Regatta was indeed a blast. The Bahamas Basketball Federation Bunny Lavardi National Championship is going to be played in Bimini this year. That's right, Thursday through Saturday, the Gateway Arena. Also, the BBF elections will take place on Saturday in Bimini. And Charlie Softy Rubin says he will seek another term as BBF president. There's vice president, treasurer, secretary, you name it, it is wide open. Who will win? We'll find that out by next week. That's a look at sports for Monday.